South Africa is one of the most dangerous countries in the world. Its crime and homicide rates have long ranked among the top 5 globally. In 2024, data showed that the country recorded about 33 to 35.9 murders per 100,000 people, which is nearly 6 times the global average. It's said to be more thrilling at night than during the day. South Africa also has one of the highest HIV infection rates in the world, with about 13% of the population infected, meaning roughly 1 in every 7 people carries the virus. The gap between the rich and the poor is among the largest in the world. Statistics show that the richest 10% of the population own about 75% of the country's wealth. The villas in the white neighborhoods look luxurious like paradise, while the tin shacks in the black townships resemble the end of the world. Among the Zulu people, a man may marry up to 5 wives, but he must pay his father-in-law a bride price of 11 cows for each. South Africa has 3 capitals. The administrative capital is Pretoria, the legislative capital is Cape Town, and the judicial capital is Bloemfontein. Once isolated by the world because of its apartheid system, it has now become the most dazzling rainbow nation in Africa. It is also the only African country that has ever developed nuclear weapons. To deal with potential threats, South Africa secretly built 6 nuclear bombs, but in the 1990s, it voluntarily dismantled them, becoming a global model of nuclear disarmament. So, what kind of country is South Africa? Today, let's talk about this country that gives geography teachers headaches and makes travel vloggers go crazy. If the Earth were a supermarket, this country would be the richest in natural goods. Its total land area is about 1.219 million square kilometers, ranking 24th in the world, which is slightly larger than Tibet. It contains deserts, grasslands, rainforests, wetlands, snow-covered mountains, coastlines, almost every kind of landscape imaginable. The most amazing thing is that it borders 3 oceans: the Atlantic Ocean on the west, the Indian Ocean on the east, and the Southern Ocean to the south, where the 2 main oceans meet dramatically. The Atlantic Ocean is cold year-round, with temperatures dropping to 12 degrees Celsius, while the Indian Ocean is warm, reaching up to 25 degrees Celsius. Standing at the Cape of Good Hope, you can feel 2 different waves of contrasting temperatures, a unique experience in the world. The terrain is naturally diverse. The north is the dry Kalahari Desert, the east is the humid KwaZulu-Natal rainforest, the center is a vast plateau, and the west is the Karoo Desert. In the middle, mountains rise like a cake cut by God, flat on top like Table Mountain, where one could almost run a marathon. At its foot lies the bustling city of Cape Town, facing the deep blue sea. South Africa is also one of the countries with the most official languages in the world, a total of 11. Even government documents must be printed in all 11 languages, which translators consider a nightmare. The population is ethnically diverse. Black Africans account for 80.7%, white people 7.9%, colored, mixed race, people 8.8%, and Asians, mostly of Indian descent, 2.6%. Walking on the streets of Johannesburg, you might see a traditional Zulu girl in a leather skirt, a Boer farmer wearing a cowhide hat, an Indian woman with golden jewelry, and Chinese merchants selling goods in street stalls. Interestingly, the country's names tell its story. Black South Africans once called it Azania, meaning the land of freedom. White settlers called it the Republic of South Africa, and today, it is globally known as the Rainbow Nation. After apartheid ended in 1994, Nelson Mandela said, "We are the people of the rainbow," symbolizing unity among all races living under one sky. The history of South Africa is one of conflict and reconciliation. In the late 19th century, gold was discovered near Johannesburg, attracting miners from all over the world. The British and the Dutch, Boers, fought in the Boer Wars for control. The British eventually won, turning the region into a colony. In the mid-20th century, the white-led government enforced apartheid, a policy of strict racial segregation. Black people were banned from using the same toilets, schools, or neighborhoods as whites. This system lasted 46 years, until a black leader named Nelson Mandela emerged. He was imprisoned for 27 years, and upon release said, "As I walked out of the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew that if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." In 1994, the country held its first multiracial democratic election, ending apartheid and electing Mandela as president. Today, South Africa is Africa's second-largest economy, after Nigeria. In 2022, its GDP was about $400.2 billion, ranking 41st in the world. Gold and diamonds have long been its traditional industries. South Africa holds about 30% of the world's gold reserves and was once the world's largest gold producer. The world's largest diamond, the Cullinan diamond, was discovered here and is now part of the British Crown Jewels. Beyond mining, South Africa has a strong manufacturing sector, especially in automobiles, producing about 30% of all vehicles in Africa. Global brands like BMW and Toyota operate there. Its agriculture is also vital, exporting maize, citrus fruits, and wine. In fact, Cape Town's wines once defeated French Bordeaux in an international competition, shocking Europeans. However, the gap between rich and poor remains vast. While the richest 10% own 75% of the wealth, many poor families can't even afford clean water. The unemployment rate exceeds 30%, and it's especially severe among youth, 59.6% for ages 15 to 24, and 39.4% for ages 25 to 34. Unemployment also differs by race. Black Africans 35.8%, coloreds 22.3%, Asians 14%, and whites only 6.7%. Crime is another major issue. In unsafe areas, robberies, thefts, and violent crimes are common. People often stay alert, avoiding showing valuables. This insecurity not only threatens lives and property but also damages tourism and foreign investment. Yet, in this land full of contrasts, South Africa's natural beauty is unmatched. Each scenic spot has its own charm, attracting tourists from all over the world. You can hunt lions in the savannah in the morning, taste fine wine at noon, play football with children in a township in the afternoon, and watch the sunset from Table Mountain at night. Table Mountain National Park is known as one of South Africa's brightest gems. Located in Cape Town, it covers 221 square kilometers and welcomes over 4 million visitors annually. Table Mountain, with its flat top, is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can take a cable car to enjoy breathtaking views of the city and the Atlantic Ocean, or hike up to feel the power of nature. Cape Town, at Africa's southern tip, feels like the edge of the world, where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans meet. This area, once rounded by explorer Bartholomew Dias on his way to find the sea route to India, is now a major tourist site. A sign below the lighthouse reads, "This is the end of Africa, but the beginning of the world." Boulders Beach is home to about 3,000 African penguins, who live peacefully, sunbathe lazily, or swim cheerfully in the water, unafraid of human visitors. Kruger National Park is one of Africa's largest wildlife reserves, home to around 100,000 elephants, 20,000 lions, and 50,000 buffaloes. Visitors must keep car windows closed, otherwise, a curious baboon might pop in looking for snacks. The park is also famous for its Big Five: lions, elephants, leopards, rhinos, and buffaloes. If you're lucky, you might see all five in one day, a 1 in 3 chance, according to guides. To protect the ecosystem, the number of daily visitors is limited, yet it still attracts about 1 million tourists annually. Besides these top attractions, South Africa also offers the Victoria and Alfred waterfront in Cape Town, Kirstenbosch National Botanical Garden, and Robben Island, where Mandela was imprisoned, together forming a vivid travel brochure of this colorful nation. Thank you for watching today's video, and share your thoughts about South Africa in comments. And if you liked my video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.